Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday in the DMV area. And this afternoon, we're very fortunate to have a restaurateur. Please meet Jose Zelaya, the owner of La Union Restaurant in Arlington. Jose, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you for having me on here. We're very well. The restaurant's open, it's operating, and we're good. Thank God.
Tell us about yourself. You're from where and how did you get into the restaurant business?
Was born in Providence, Rhode Island, to Salvadorian parents. Both my parents are from El Salvador, immigrated to this country, and they started their business 27 years ago.
Wow.
So, yeah, and I've been helping out ever since.
And where is the restaurant?
The restaurant is located in Bluemont neighborhood of Arlington, Virginia, 5517 Wilson Boulevard, the exact address. Um, they started there 21 years ago, but they started a previous business before that in Cherrydale.
And how did you get into the restaurant business? Did you like cooking?
So I've always been a mama's boy. Um, so when mom was at home cooking, and I was a kid, I was always in the kitchen helping her, always looking to help her cut tomatoes or soak the rice, cracking eggs, putting ingredients out for her, putting stuff in the oven, taking stuff out of the oven. So I've always been in the kitchen. It's always been something that I love. It's a passion that I grew into. My dad has also been a cook his whole entire life. Worked as a farmer when he was young,
Oh, wow.
so he knows his fruits and vegetables. He has a green thumb. I don't. I can't grow anything, but I could cook.
And then you guys set up La Union Restaurant.
Yes, yes, we did. And it's fun. It's awesome to be able to serve the community. We've done so much with Bluemont, with the schools, Ashland Elementary, Kenmore, Swanson, Yorktown, Wakefield, Washington Lee, St. Anne's Catholic School, St. Agnes Catholic School. We've done a lot with the community. We've done a lot with the county, and we enjoy it.
And you're so well placed also because you're in an easily accessible area. There's parking for people who want to come to the restaurant.
It's a very fortunate thing to be able to have a parking lot in Arlington. It's small, holds about 10 cars, but to be able to have a parking lot in Arlington, it's a big thing.
Yeah, thank goodness. Keep
Yeah.
the customers coming in. Yeah.
Yeah. But Arlington also, being such a walkable city, mass transit, and now with Uber and Lyft and all that. So I mean, people get around, and we love the fact that we have such a great following. We have such great customers like yourself, that visit us regularly, and we love the fact that we could do home style cooking.
The name La Union, what's the origin of that? Why name the restaurant that?
La Union, that's a department, a state of El Salvador. So that's where the family comes from. And then, it's basically translates to the union. And then that just kind of feeds into the whole entire the country and then what our slogan is. But that's where the name comes from.
So I like that a lot because it's also that sense of community. Because La
Yes.
Union means we're all together. It doesn't really
Yes.
matter where anybody's from. You come here, it's a unity.
And that's the thing, because we even though we are Salvadorian, we do cook also, a blend of Mexican slash Tex-Mex food. It's awesome when you start seeing how much similarities we have in the culture, especially food.
Now, food brings people together.
Yes, it does. Yes.
For the amateur cook who wants to make a fresh salsa, do you have any tips and tricks on what goes into it and what's the best way to make it?
So for us, salsa should always be made with the freshest ingredients possible. I'll give out a bit of the recipe for the salsa we preserve at the restaurant with the chips. So it's tomatoes, red vine tomatoes. You could use plum, but we use red vine tomatoes. Greenhouse tomatoes, we cut them up. We used yellow Spanish onions,
Mm.
cilantro, jalapenos, salt, and then a little bit of tomato juice. We grind it all down, and that's it. I would say the technique really would be on how you grind down the tomatoes. So I prefer to make my tomatoes stewed first. My dad likes using fresh tomatoes.
No, I have to say one thing. The
Yes.
chips and dip,
Hmm.
seriously addictive. And every time we go in there, we grab those chips and dips. We cannot stop. And the problem is, you know what the problem is?
We keep sending more chips.
You guys always
No,
come around, would you like some more? And obviously, we don't know how to say no.
no, and right now that we're going through this pandemic, one of the things that we knew we had to do, um, because the dining room was going to be closed, was for the carryout orders.
Yeah,
Let's give them chips and salsa to be able to enjoy at home. Since they can't come in here and sit down and eat it. The customers that we know that really enjoy the chips and salsa, we'll fill up that bag to the rim
yeah.
with chips and give them enough salsa to take home.
Tell me about the most popular dish at the restaurant. What is the one thing that people tend to order most often?
It would be el plato típico.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that dish, my dad created it probably about 15 years ago, and it took off. I don't have to advertise it. It advertises itself. When people look for us on review sites, on Google and whatnot, that's the dish that always comes up. Everyone's tried it, and there's people that they tried it and they never ordered anything else. So it's rice, refried beans, grilled steak, fried sweet plantains, sliced fresh avocados, and soft white cheese, and a side of pico de gallo. And I mean, it sells like crazy. Even now, during us being shut down, we still sell it to go.
Thank goodness for good customers.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
So, to get more customers and to make sure that people who are already following you continue following you, could I please trouble you for all of your handles, all of your social media? How can they?
Yes. On Facebook, you can just find us on La Union Restaurant. Uh, Instagram, we are La Union, one word, underscore ARLVA. And then TikTok. We're on TikTok as well as La Union Restaurant. We're at 5517 Wilson Boulevard on the corner of Wilson Boulevard and Jefferson Street in the Bluemont neighborhood.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Jose Zelaya from La Union Restaurant. Strongly recommended. I've been a customer there for years. Delicious food. And as you've just heard, he'll
Yep.
probably top you up with some chips and dip, which are seriously
Yes.
addictive. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jose.
Oh, we have margaritas to go too. So
You won't be able to stop the line outside the restaurant.
no, we won't. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Bye guys.